expel. Even though the first definition is to force or drive out, and the second is to discharge from, most of us are more familiar with the third definition, to deprive of membership or rights in an organization, force to leave. Because when we hear the word expel, the first thing we think of is being kicked out of school. In fact, the Free Dictionary Online gives that exact example. Expelled the student from college for cheating. As Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary returns to the Old Testament book of Jonah, we find him expelled as a result of his effort to disobey God's command to go to Nineveh by hiding from the presence of the Lord in the bottom of a ship, Jonah chapter 1. But the Lord knew where he was and sent a storm to wake him up. Knowing he had been caught, Jonah told the sailors what he had done, so finally they picked up Jonah and threw him into the sea, Jonah chapter 1, verse 15. However, God was not through with Jonah and sent a great fish to swallow him up, Jonah chapter 1, verse 17. After 3 days and nights in the belly of the fish, Jonah prayed, and chapter 2 is the record of his prayer. From the belly of the fish, Jonah cried out to God, verse 1. There, Jonah admitted his effort to hide from the presence of God had led to his having been expelled from your sight, verse 4. He had been quite literally forced out of God's sight by being thrown into the sea, verse 3. Except Jonah knew he was never out of God's sight. Verse 4 goes on to say, nevertheless, I will look again to your holy temple. The omniscient, omnipresent God saw, heard, and delivered. You heard my voice, verse 2, and my prayer came to you into your holy temple, verse 7. You have brought up my life from the pit, O Lord my God. Then Jonah gave in to God. I will sacrifice to you with the voice of thanksgiving. That which I have vowed I will pay. Salvation is from the Lord, verse 9. And finally, at the Lord's command, the fish expelled Jonah onto the dry land, verse 10. Are you going through a Jonah moment? Do you feel like you're drowning in the deep sea of life? Has sin and its consequences engulfed you or wrapped itself around you and pulled you to the bottom? If you feel yourself fainting away there at the bottom of your self-made misery, do like Jonah and remember the Lord. Look to his temple and cry out to him for help. He alone can lift you up out of the pit of your own sin. He may not remove you from the earthly consequences of your sinful choices, but he will certainly rescue you from the eternal one by bringing you back into his presence. Remember, salvation is from the Lord. Thank you for watching Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny helping you have a great day.